Hi guys, it's Dawn Marie with Custom Comfy Crochet. Today we are making number 4 in our Crochet Flower Bonanza. And today we are making this beautiful fluffy flower. Yay! The reason why I have my camera up is because I wanted to show again why I keep asking you to like and share the videos. It's because I have a giveaway for this beautiful scarf. I don't know if you can see, just like that. So make sure that you like and share. For the giveaway, you get the scarf and you get a skein of yarn and a free hook. So all that is included in the giveaway, and I'm going to go ahead and lower my camera down. But yeah, make sure you like, share, subscribe to YouTube. Get in on that giveaway. Free stuff is always great. So today I am using Coral and Simply Soft Karen to make our fluffy flower. I am using a size H or 5mm hook. You will need a pair of scissors, and you will also need a darning needle or a crochet needle, and it looks just like that. Okay, so those are the things that you're going to need today, and we're going to go ahead and get started. Okay, I'm going to put this on the floor. Okay, so as you guys know, if you've watched enough of my videos, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do a slip knot. So we're going to go around our fingers twice, go over, put our hook through, pick that up, and we've got our slip knot. Just like that. Then we're going to chain up 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Just like that. Hi, Terry. Then you're going to slip stitch into the first stitch from our slip knot. Just like that. Okay, and now we've made our ring. Okay, now as I go around, I'm going to work this little piece here around the circle. So now that we've got our chain of 6 and we've slip stitched, we're going to work 12 single crochets into the middle of our circle. So we've got 1, we've got 2, and 3, and 4, and 5. And I'm just working as I go along. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So you've got 12 single crochets in the middle of our circle. So I'm going to pull my little thing here that my little scraggler. I'm going to pull that to close the hole a little bit. And I'm going to go into our first single crochet and do a slip stitch. But this is important. You see this little V right here? I'm going to go into the back. I'm not going to go in through both. Normally what we would do is we would go under both of these. Oh, so sorry. The app did not help. But I'm going to stop every time it buffers. But normally you would go like that. You would go through both of those in that V. But what we're going to do is we are just going to go through this back loop to do our slip stitch. So we're going to go in that back loop and do a slip stitch just like we would normally do. And it looks like, and my yarn is trying to catch on there because this is simply soft care and it gets a little stringy at times. But so we did a slip stitch into the back loop. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to chain up 3. 1, 2, and 3. And in that same space that we just worked the chain and we're going to do a double crochet. And remember, a double crochet is yarn over, go through 2, go through 2. Okay? And it looks just like that. Now we're going to go into our very next single crochet here, and we're going to do 2 more double crochets, and we're going to be working in the back loop only because we're going to use the front loops later to make our petals. So we've got 1, and then we've got 2. And remember, we're just working into that back loop. And as you can see, the front loops here and here are left. And you'll be able to see it more clearly as we go along. So let's go to our next one. And because I worked that in and because it's confusing, I'm going to go ahead and cut this off. Because I worked it in, I really don't need to sew it in now. Okay? So I can cut that off and get rid of it. And now we'll go to our next single crochet. And this is what we'll be doing all the way around, is working 2 double crochets into the back loop of every single crochet from our previous round. So there's 1 and there's 2. And again into that back loop. Also, it may be beneficial for you to do this a little bit looser if you're their tension, whether it's tight or it's loose. So for this one, I would definitely keep it loose so that you can work easily into these back loops. So again, going into the back loop and doing 2 double crochets. And that's what it looks like so far, working into those back loops. And I go a little slower in case, okay? So you yarn over, you go into the back loop, pull your yarn through, go through 2, go through 2, and that's 1 double crochet. And again, into the back loop, and that's 2 double crochets. And we're just in all the way around. Remember to go back loop. Sorry if I'm going off camera there. And if you can see, I don't know if you saw that or not, because I think it might have been moving a little bit, but sometimes when you're going into the back loop, especially if you're using yarn like this Simply Karen, is, like I said, it can tend to be a little bit stringy, and it's a really good yarn. But if you're new to this, you may want to use like a red heart yarn so that it won't split so much on you. That's more, probably more acrylic based, not as soft as this. So, but if that happens and you're using this yarn, just unravel it a little bit. Okay, now I've showed you this, guys, before. Showed you this, but I want to show you again. So we've got this last one that we're going to work into, okay? So we're going to go through the back loop, double crochet, double crochet. And it looks like that we might have one more that we need to work into right there, and it can become confusing. But the more you crochet, the more that you're going to see. And hey, if it does happen, it's not the end of the world. Like I always tell you, are so good when you learn how to crochet, or even when you're just not used to doing projects like this. But you don't want to go into this one. Now we're done. We're going to work into the top of our chain 3 here, and we're going to do a slip stitch right into the top there, just like that. Okay, now I want to show you something. This is the finished flower. Okay, I usually don't do this, and I thought maybe it would help. This is what we're making right here. This is the back of this flower that we're making, and this is just going to be our starter for all of our petals that we're going to put in. Okay, so this is essentially what we're making first. Okay, so that we are literally now working on this middle. Do you see? It looks exactly the same. Okay, I just wanted to show you that. Okay, so now we're going to again chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and again you want to double crochet into this, and this slip stitch here where you did your chain of 3, again you're just going to double crochet. Okay, just like that. And this is where our pattern starts. Okay, and remember, we're always working in the back loop until we finish this little circle here. Okay, so always working in your back loop. So next we did our 2 right here, so now we're going to go into the next one in the back loop. Okay, and don't forget, we'll work these 2 into this one right here. So we've got to get this one, and it's kind of hiding a little bit, so just make sure that you try to find them. And in this one we're going to do 1 double crochet. Okay, and in the next one we're going to do 2 double crochets into the back loop. Just like that. And then again 1 double crochet, and then 2 double crochets, and that's what it's going to be all the way around. 1 and 2, 1 and 2. It's our little crochet workout. So we did 2, then we did 1, then we did 2, then we did 1. So I know I need to put another one in this back loop. Okay, so we're just going to do that all the way around. 1 crochet in the back loop, and then 2 crochets, and then 1, and then 2, and then 1, and then 2, just like that, all the way around. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2, but actually we started off with 2, so it's 2 and 1, 2 and 1, 2 and 1. I don't want to confuse you, so you know, so we started off with 2, so it's 2 and 1, 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 2 and 1 back loop, 1 and another. Okay, so we just did 2, so again 1 and 2, and 1 and 2, and 1, remembering to go into the back loop, and 2, and 1, and 2. And guys, if you're on here later watching this, which I know you will be, make sure that you like and share so you can be entered in the giveaway. And make sure you say hey to me because I love saying hi to everybody. So again, 1, and if you have any questions whatsoever, please comment, message me, anything that you need to know, I'd be glad to help. So that's 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. And the way you know you've done this right is you're going to end on 1 double crochet. So you're going to end with 1 right here in the back loop, 1 double crochet. Okay, and that's what it looks like. And now we're going to slip stitch into our first chain of 3 right there at the top. Right there at the top there, we're going to slip stitch. Remember, we just go through, pull our yarn through, and then pull it through the loop, just like that. Okay, now we've got 1 more row until we're done with the base for our petals. Okay, so we're going to chain up 3, 1, 2, and 3. And again, we're going to double crochet right into that same slip stitch there, just like that. Okay, and now what we're going to do, we're going to change it up just a little bit. We're going to do 1 double crochet in the next 2. So there's 1 double crochet and 2 double crochets. By the way, guys, fun fact, this is exactly how you would make a beanie. So anyways, maybe we can do a tutorial on how to make a beanie. And the cat is playing with my yarn. So, no. Hold on just a second. Oh my goodness. So sorry. Had a cat attacking my yarn. Okay, so what we did is we did 2 double crochets in this first, and then we did 1 double crochet into the next 2. And now we're going to do 2 double crochets in the back loop of the next stitch. Just like that. So 2, 1, 1, 2. Again, 2, 1, 1, and 2. So are you following the pattern? So it's 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. Okay? Just like that. 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1. And look, I think I made a mistake. So 2, and then 1, 1, and then 2. And look what I did, guys. I put 2 there by accident. So see, by going back and looking, so I can just unravel right up to the point where I kind of did a little mistake, and then I can just start over. So 2, 1, 1, 2, and then 1, 1, and 2. Okay. And again, 1, 1, and 2, and then again 1 and 1 and 2. And I'm still buffering. There is no end to this buffering. I don't know what to do. I've got every electronic turned off in this house. Nobody's using any PS3s or PS4s or other phones or anything, and it's still buffering. Okay, so again, into this back loop, 1 double crochet, and then again another double crochet, and then 2 double crochets and back loop. Just like that, and again 1 and 1 and 2. It's crochet aerobics. And we're just going to keep doing that all around. 2 1 1 2. 2 1 1 2. Okay. Into the back loop. Just like that. Just keep it on going here. Kind of got quiet. I was lost in the crochet world here, which by the way is a very big advantage to crocheting. So again, this back loop, I'm going to do 1 and 1 double crochet, and then 2 double crochets. One and 1 and 2 and 1 and 1, and now we're at the end here. And we're going to do 2 and see, somewhere along I have messed up, and this is what I want to tell you guys about this. Okay, normally for this you would want to end on 1 and then 1, which is what I'm going to do. Okay, because I know that we're going to be okay. Okay, so I'm going to end mine with the 1 here,